Hey Dom, this is Dave Desai. Jesus, we woke up to a storm today. I have a lot to say. We have V addressing some things on radio and some of his secrets that I wanted to get into. I also wanted to talk about HYBE's legal statement and why a lot of people believe it's towards Gurumi Haribo. And I wanted to get into Jennie addressing some things on the radio. So hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Grab your dumpling, he's spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. If you aren't aware, BLACKPINK is full back in motion, and if you're a blink, you should definitely go ahead and bask in the moment. Take it in. As BLACKPINK, they do not be getting the most comebacks, but it was definitely really awesome to see all the members doing press on the radio, as them doing press is really the only way for us to see how they're doing and maybe if they're okay. Specifically, fans are looking to see if the idols are mentally okay. They recently made an appearance on SiriusXM and they were talking about their album. We never really hear about their particular artistic process, and of course us having a back look into that allows us to respect their work and their creative process even more. Jennie took a moment to talk about jet lag and how she was feeling, and she really broke down and basically confirmed that she was jet lagged. She talked about trying to take in that the album was dropping, but not really being able to fully feel whatever that feels like. This is definitely one of the weirdest feelings I think anyone can experience. An album drop is probably as big of a deal to an artist as like us normies getting married or something. But imagine getting married and you're so tired and all you're trying to do is get through the ceremony. And things like maybe your favorite celebrity died or all these random terrible things are happening, where it's definitely not bad enough to cancel your wedding since everyone is already there at the venue. So you just go through the motions. And then looking back, you might think that that was an okay day, but in that moment, too much is happening for you to enjoy it. Also, being jet lagged is almost the same as leaving your body and just looking at yourself from above. So I can definitely understand how Jennie must be feeling. Jennie talks about how she is excited about going on tour and seeing blinks.
Us especially because we came through here yesterday, and also with the jet lag, we're trying to like zone into the fact that the album dropped, but we're also like here and not feeling it. We worked really hard for it, and you know, we're just really excited that our album's dropping in 2 years, and finally we're starting off our tour, so we're gonna get to see our blinks around the world. Everything's so exciting and happy, you know.
She also talked about how long they took to get the album done. She said that all the members got an opportunity and sat on it, and they were able to all give their thoughts on either the choreo, music video, visuals, things like that. This shows that there was a bit more of a collaborative effort between the members, which is expected in most American groups, but in K-pop, the music is often very curated by the label. So it's nice to hear that BLACKPINK got a big say in this album. And Jennie continued to say that all the members' opinions click very easily and it works. She says that all the members are very in sync, which is so nice to hear. This also shows that all the members are in a good place. When you're working on something creatively and your mind is in that creative flow, it becomes a bit difficult to focus on anything else and all the dumb hate that might be going on online. If nothing else, the dating rumors and attacks at least result in some free press. Would BLACKPINK still be able to break records without this specific press? Definitely. But I think these things can add to the exposure. I'm not saying any particular member or team is purposely trying to make press. I don't think that's true. But I think having press around a comeback is never a bad thing, because people pay more attention to a dating rumor per se than they would on an announcement of a single. So if BLACKPINK had been out of press for a year, which obviously they haven't, but if, then seeing them back in the news with a dating rumor would garner back interest or more global awareness of them being back. And then when the single or album drops, all eyes would shift. So I'm just trying to see the positive side in all this. We not only got to see Jennie react in a way that was nice and she seemed very okay, we got an opportunity to see V on the radio recently. I didn't get a chance to talk too much about V and what he was spilling on the radio and what he talked about in previous videos, but I was very excited to hear what he had to say. One thing V is known for and does ridiculously well is his facial expressions when dancing, singing, and modeling. He changes his expressions with the mood very well and always looks perfect. This also makes him the perfect actor, as he will always remain attractive no matter what emotion he's portraying. I can imagine V also looks cute when crying, but that is not relevant here. People were wondering how he manages to do this facial expression thing time and time again, and V addressed this on the radio. Even HYBE a while back had mentioned how often V changes his expression on stage with the song and does it often enough where it's similar to changing clothes. And honestly, I think all the members do this very well. Not exclusive to V at all, but V is definitely good at it. When V spoke about his expression, he shared some things I didn't know, which was that when he was younger, he used to dance and do talent shows so that his grandma and grandpa could get some pocket money. And all that experience led to where he is now. Competitions really heavily focus on facial expressions, as that is something you're graded on. Maybe not necessarily the face, but you are graded on how in tune you are with the music. If it's a sad song and you're smiling, then you get marks off that. This news of V doing competitions was shocking to me, as why on earth is there not more footage of this online? Like, was there not that many people recording V's younger self? Someone has to have this footage. Why are you not posting it? That should be a crime to withhold that. But anywho, very cute, and I'm glad to know that you have to enter several competitions to be good with your face. All in all, the most important thing is that the two members, V and Jennie, are in a better place. At least publicly they seem to be. HYBE recently gave what is believed to be an update on the dating rumor situation. HYBE posted a statement on Weverse talking about the legal proceedings involving a particular person and how they were taking legal action on this person for malicious posts and things like that. Immediately, everyone assumed it was Gurumi Haribo because of the believed Photoshop photos. However, the statement never mentioned the specific person's name, so I am not sure who it is, because there's a lot of people that we have seen over the years that fit into this category that HYBE is writing about. How about the YouTuber that V was talking about suing before? So we will all see what happens and who it is eventually. Gurumi said that they did not receive any legal notice or anything like that, and then I saw a viral tweet going around saying, of course Gurumi is not going to receive a legal notice because he or she is just going to be thrown in jail. Why would they warn him or her? This is why I often say so many armies don't know how the world works. Everyone, every single person, everyone is entitled to a court hearing, unless it's communism or North Korea. I find this kind of annoying because this is claiming that some Photoshop pictures are going to be more heavily legally taken care of than rapists or pedophiles. Because even those criminals, when recorded or heavily documented doing the crime, they don't even get thrown in jail. They still go to court first. So some Photoshop photos would definitely still result in a court hearing or may not even get to trial. It was interesting because right away, allegedly, Jin had posted on Weverse to give a response. It was believed that it was like 10 minutes after the legal statement. Some people assumed maybe it was Jin responding on behalf of V, as if it were V responding, it would be too on the nose and maybe too obvious. I don't know. But Jin responded saying, what did the hater even do that they are being sent to the prosecutor's office? They're asking for trouble. Many people were like, oh, Jin is being so savage here. He's saying the haters are in trouble, which is true. However, I don't specifically say that this was a super savage response. I think he was maybe just like, what is going on? How bad was this comment? Which, if this was a response to the hate, it could simply imply that he had no idea what was going on. Maybe HYBE never mentioned it to him. So he's like, how bad was this comment? But this is good. The members shouldn't be aware of every hate comment and idiot that exists in the world. But I am definitely very curious if you think the specific statement that HYBE released was about Gurumi, or if it was more directly related to some of the other hate comments that BTS receives. How do you feel about Jennie talking about her and the other members' creative process? And how do you feel about V sharing why he is the master of facial expressions? Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks for this lovely comment right here. Love you. Bye.